is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I am here today to bring you a sneak peek for Diamond Art Club, so thank you very much to Diamond Art Club for sending this over to me. I have here Sea Turtle by Tim Jeffs, and this gorgeous painting is releasing on Saturday the 18th of November. The release time will depend a little bit on where you are in Diamond Art Club's reward structure. So if you have general release, it will be at 9:30 AM Pacific time, 12:30 PM Eastern time, or 5:30 PM UK time. Sorry, I have to really think about those different time zones there. If you qualify for early release, if you are a Ruby or Diamond member of their rewards tier structure, you get to start shopping half an hour earlier. Although actually often you get your email a little bit even before that. So do keep an eye on your email as it comes up towards release time, which officially is 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 5 PM UK time. So this is a square painting, as you can see from the branding here, and it's 84 by 60 centimeters, so it's a reasonably large painting, but I think once I get into it you will see why that needed to be the case, because there's a lot of detail going on. So without further ado, I am going to crack in. I've already taken the cellophane off so that I can get straight into this. And let's take a look. There's my toolkit and my canvas and the small sticker that comes with Diamond Art Club kits. I love this feature of Diamond Art Club kits because I can take this sticker off, put it on the side of the box, and then I can find my paintings nice and easily in my cupboard because I store them sideways on just because they fit better that way. A lot of people also use these for things like logbooks. Whatever you use it for, it's just handy to have. So I'm going to take a little look at my toolkit. You do get a list of all the, I was going to say ingredients there. That's not right, is it? The contents here. And because this is a square kit, you get tweezers. They only come with square kits with Diamond Art Club. So let's take a little peek at what I got this time. Very smooth there. Okay, you get a little roll of baggies, very useful when either kitting up or kitting down and storing spare drills. People use them for all sorts of different things, but they are very handy to have. You get a little caddy with 2 plates of heart-shaped pink wax. They do have a clear cover on them, so make sure if you're using it that you do peel that back. Otherwise, you're going to find it rather difficult to actually fill your pen. It's a very decent pink wax, and one of these plates would actually last me ages, so 2 per kit is very generous. You get a roll of washi tape, always nice to have. Again, people use this for various things, and the design will vary, by the way. Even if you buy this exact same kit, you might get a different one. People often use it for sectioning up their canvas by putting it over the clear plastic cover. They use it for protecting the edges of the painting where you have a little bit of overlapping glue to stop, you know, fluff and cat hair and all that kind of thing going on. I say cat hair because I have cats. Other people obviously have different fur babies to worry about. And sometimes I also use it just for attaching paintings to my light board. Okay, you get a pen and matching comfort grip. This colour is also likely to vary depending on, well, not depending on anything. It's just likely to vary from one kit to the next. Here are the tweezers I spoke of. They have a little cover on because they tend to be very sharp. Yep, they're pretty spiky. You don't want to drop those on your foot, I'm telling you now. And they're branded, which is always nice. You get a 4 and 7 placer. These are the thin plastic multi-placers that work very well for me. You, of course, get a tray, and this one has a stopper, which is nice to just stop you being quite as likely to shake drills out of the tray when you're holding it in your hand, maybe even on a slight angle like I often do. And last but not least, you get a cover minder. So this one is a very sweet, sparkly little shell. And again, this will vary. You might get a different one, even if you're getting this exact same kit. If you're not sure what it is, a cover minder has magnets on the back. So you can see there's two little magnets there. And what this does is hold your plastic cover out of the way as you're working. So you just pop this little magnet behind your canvas, you pop this over the plastic cover where you want it to be held in place. They connect through the canvas and then you're not having to fight it. Okay, let me get all these bits and bobs put away. So Tim Jeffs is an artist who is not new to Diamond Art Club. He's got two that I'm aware of. I was checking the website earlier. There's one called Flamingo and one called Panther Chameleon. It's also possible there's been others and they're no longer available, but those are the ones that are on there at the moment. And I was reading up a little bit about him. So he's an American artist and illustrator, and he specialises in these intricate and really detailed images of animals, which is, of course, exactly what is going on here with the sea turtle. He uses ink pens and coloured pencils, and he likes to pick out small details of the animal's fur or skin, but he isn't going for photorealism. You know, he's not wanting this to look exactly like an image of an animal realistically. What he likes to do is create interesting patterns and place those across the animal so that that is what's popping out at you. And I think that's really cool. So I forgot to mention before I did it, because I was chatting about Tim Jeffs, that of course you will have seen this came in a dust cover. Those are actually branded as well. It says here, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. And they're great for just keeping everything nice and tidy and clean in the box or however you want to store them. So let's get these bits out. Look at that colour palette. If you like the colour blue, which I do, it is amongst my very favourite colours, then this is a painting for you, because that is the bluest colour palette I think I've ever seen. A few more colours showing up on this side, but yeah, a lot of blues going on. There must be every shade going. I love it. So in a Diamond Art Club painting, you will receive this thank you for purchase leaflet. Oops, I can see I've had a slight sticker mishap there, so I will just try and correct those before I go any further. It happens sometimes, you know, things can get a little bit crunched up in the inside the canvas, and it's not a big deal. So I'm just going to stick those down, and then they will be available when I need them. But actually, I'll move on to this as I've had to get it out anyway. You do get these spare stickers, so if you ever have a problem, you can use those to make an extra sticker yourself. And these, of course, are for your storage pots, so you can pop these straight onto your storage pots, and they just help to make kitting up a little bit easier. And here's a better image of the artwork. So you can see what I mean, even just in this smaller picture. So the background has got a really realistic water effect with those patterns and ripples. I love that. But the turtle itself has got all sorts of interesting patterns and colours going on that aren't quite what you would see in real life. So yeah, it's very, very cool. Okay, where was I? I was showing you this, wasn't I? So yeah, you get a thank you for your purchase leaflet in every kit. If it is your very first time purchasing from Diamond Art Club in particular, you'll find lots of really useful information in here. So you'll get what's included, so you can tick everything off. You'll get tips and tricks. You'll get a discount code. More on that in a second. You will get a link to a video for instructions as well, if that's more the way your brain works, and a link to their VIP Facebook group, which is a great resource. As long as you have purchased from Diamond Art Club and your Facebook name looks like the name that you purchased it under, you should be able to get into there. Step-by-step instructions again here, more tips and tricks. And on the back is a 20% off code for your first purchase on the app. If you have not purchased from Diamond Art Club before, I would recommend saving this one for a future purchase, because there are some codes that are available for your first purchase. One of those would be my affiliate code, which is linked in the description box below, CAT20, that will give you 20% off a first purchase, but there are plenty of others available as well. The thing to know about Diamond Art Club, is you never ever need to pay full price. There are always discount codes available. That's what they're expecting you to do. So when you see that initial price on the website, just know you can always save some money on that, whatever discount code you choose to use. So taking a quick peek at this again, there are only 28 colours, which is really on the lower end of things for Diamond Art Club painting these days, as they're starting to branch out into paintings with more and more colours. So that could be a nice bit of relief for someone who doesn't like to have that really big long kitting up process and kitting down process. And hopefully means this background is going to have a fair amount of colour blocking, where you don't have to change the colour of drill in your tray very often. Not hoping for much colour blocking in the sea turtle, but I'll take a look at that in a minute. You also have 3 AB drills. AB drills are Aurora Borealis drills. They have an extra special coating on them, which kind of catches the light and reflects things and just like brings accents to a painting. So there's 3 of those. And down at the bottom here, there is a fairy dust drill. I can tell that because it starts with a Z. Fairy dust drills are like an in-between zone between AB drills and normal drills. They have a glitter effect, but it's fairly subtle. So I will take a look at all those drills in a moment for you. Right, I'm going to take a quick peek at the canvas and then I'll go through the drills. Diamond Art Club has this really nice soft backing. I always have to give it a little bit of a stroke. And their canvases are made of this very nice, unique material. It's sturdy, but also malleable. It's got the serged edges, which keeps it nice and neat. I've somehow already managed to shed a hair on it, excuse me. It's definitely my hair as well, before you ask. So yeah, it's got this really nice feel to it, and it's nice to work on. You know, you don't have to fight it too much as you're moving it around, particularly if you're like me and you work on an easel. It also is poured glue, which you can tell because it has this clear plastic cover. And that means that, amongst other things, such as the fact that a lot of people just prefer poured glue to work with, I can also roll it back on itself like this to flatten it so that I can show you quickly. You can also just leave Diamond Art Club paintings lying out and they will self-flatten. It's a particularly cool feature that they have. But as I always say, I have never once had patience for that. I just do it this way. Okay, right, let's take a peek. Wow, check out the blues on this. It's amazing. Right, let me just show you the top as well. Oh, I'm so sorry. My kitten's just arrived in the room and set a ball rolling around. If you can hear rattling in the background. If he gets too noisy, I'll have to remove him. At least he hasn't like bombed on the camera yet, because normally he just appears on screen at some point. He decided to clean his own bottom in the background on one video recently. So yeah, you're being spared that so far at least. But yeah. This is the bluest painting I have ever seen, and I love it. And as I suspected, this background has got a lot of colour blocking in it. So you can see all these sections. Oh, Harry. Okay, Harry has now arrived. All these sections in the background have, you get a kind of outline section and then a nice block of colour. So they're going to go much quicker. Whereas the turtle itself, as you can see, is pure confetti. If you don't know what I mean by those terms, it's hopefully fairly evident from looking at the canvas, but colour blocking means that you're going to be working through a section without having to change out the colour in your tray very often. Whereas confetti means you're going to be doing a lot of chopping and changing. You're going to have 1 or 2 drills of one colour and then a few of another, and it's going to go a bit slower, but it's going to pick out that detail for you. So this painting, I always talk about how I like a mixture of colour blocking and confetti, but normally it's sort of blended through the painting, whereas this one, you have your confetti sections, you have your colour blocking sections, and that's going to be really cool to work on, I think. So let's take a peek at those drills, and then I can kind of figure out where some of the special drills go. Right. Excuse the crinkling for a minute, I'll try and cut out the worst of it. Diamond Art Club drills do come in a bag that is labelled, by the way, just in case you missed that. So if you like to store the parts of your kit separately, that will just help you know what they're for. Wowza! So many blue drills! Oh, definitely not one if you don't like the colour blue. But I think a lot of people are similar to me and really enjoy blue. Anyway, enough waffling. So, how many bags do you think there are going to be of some of these blues? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bags of this shade of blue. That is brilliant. Normally if there's loads and loads of one colour in a kit, it's black, so it makes a nice change to have it be this beautiful bright blue. Okay, and then I've got 3, 8, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of that one. Lovely turquoisey colour. Hopefully the lighting's okay for you to pick it out because it's a little bit of a dim day here. And then 2 bags of 797. I've always loved this colour. It's like a sort of heathery blue purple is how I'd best describe it. Okay, so that whole strip was just some of the shades of blue. I love it. Now, moving on to the next strip, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of 3845. Another nice turquoisey colour. Oops, just make sure my camera's actually focusing on the bags and not the painting in the background as it likes to do. And then 2 fat bags of 141. So this is the first AB drill, Aurora Borealis, and you can kind of, oh, someone's at the door, hang on. Okay, Harry the kitten has moved in while I was answering the door, so hopefully he's not too much of a menace. Right, yes, so 141 is this Aurora Borealis colour, and you can see, Harry, no thank you, you can see how it has this lovely coating that catches the light. He's going to get himself removed in a minute. And it just like reflects the light shining on the painting and the drills around it. So it's really nice for accents. And I can already see looking at the painting that is all throughout the turtle. And that's why there's a lot of it. All of these little dots, the white background with the black dot, that is all that white AB. So basically all these kind of sections are outlined in it. And then I have 2 bags of 820, another lovely shade. And here's another AB. This is 135. Really pretty shade of green. 3849 and 120. So 2 bags of this AB as well. So it's actually quite a lot of AB action in this painting. Sometimes they use more sparingly, but this painting has gone for the glitz. I love this shade. It's used quite often, I think. I always enjoy it. A bag of 907, and then there's a brown here, 921, 939, very dark blue, 919, 906, I think that one's called parrot green. Not sure why I shared that, but the geekish things you pick up when you do too much diamond painting, eh? 3756, here is the fairy dust drill. So these are really hard to actually show properly. They don't look that different when they're in the bag. But hopefully you can just get a little glimpse if I move that around of the glittery bits, because I just think they're such a lovely effect. And I really enjoy working with them. And then 162 there. And I thought I'd done them all for a moment there, but no, I have a tiny bit more. So I've got 1 loose bag of 964. Lovely shade there. And then I've got 1 strip of the smaller bags of drills. So 741, Harry. Honestly, it's impossible because if I shut him out, he'll wail at the door. So I'm really sorry. That he's addicted to being on YouTube. What can I say? He likes to appear in most of my videos. So 741 and 742, 2 lovely shades of orange that I always enjoy a lot. Another brown here, 743, 904, 745. Oh my goodness, that's the smallest bag of 310 I've ever seen. Normally if you've got black in a painting, there's a lot of it, but that is teeny tiny. 898 is a dark brown. lovely purple there, 340 and 3747. So you can see that this is very much a blue painting and then pops of colour coming through the sea turtle that are going to be so fun. I imagine that there'll be a nice relief, so if you're working through this and you get through these blocks and you're whizzing through them, but you maybe start to get a little bit fed up of blue, then you can switch to a patch of the turtle. Harry, please. He likes to bite. I'm sorry. Please, come on, down on the floor. Oh, what do they say? Never work with children or animals. He's biting my leg. Harry. Okay, we're going to try shutting him out of the room. Wow, super professional. But yeah, right, I have no idea where I was up to even, but what I am going to do now is pan over the painting so that you can see all the detail a bit more up close, and then I'll finish picking out where all those special drills go. Okay, so I hope that gave you a better look at the painting. And yeah, as I promised, I'm just going to have a quick look at where all the special drills go. So if I look at my symbols, symbol 1 is the blue AB, symbol 2 is the green AB, the dot is the white AB, and this little guy down here that I don't know how to describe, so I'm just going to show you if my camera will focus. That is the fairy dust drill. So the blue AB is absolutely everywhere. It features very heavily in all this background. You've got, what is it, like 3 or 4 shades of blue that make up this background, and it's one of those. So in all these outliney bits, I see lots of 1 symbols. The 2 symbol I see very heavily through the turtle as well. So lots and lots of bits of that popping out. And the white is all of these outliney bits through the turtle. So this turtle has got a lot of bling going on. And then that orange, the one that's a kind of in-between zone between a normal drill and a more glitzy AB drill, I can see patches of that all through this orangey underneath of the turtle. So that's going to be really nice, I think. Wow, isn't he gorgeous? I love it. And I'm someone who works in rows generally, but I think I might be quite tempted to make this more random sections, because it could be quite fun to do, say, a patch of colour blocking and then take a section of this really quite intense confetti in the middle and get some of that detail and those bright colours, and then take a break from the confetti and go back to some colour blocking or something along those lines. I don't know. I'll have to see. But yeah. So here is Sea Turtle. The art is by Tim Jeffs, and it is coming out from Diamond Art Club on their releases this weekend. So Saturday the 18th of November, and I'll just go over those release times again for you. If you have early access, it's going to be at 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 5 PM UK time. If you are waiting for general access, that's going to be half an hour later at 9:30 AM, 12:30 PM, or 5:30 PM. And of course, if you are in a different time zone and you don't know quite what that means for you, if you just plug one of those into Google, it's usually very accommodating at telling you what that time is in your time zone. Okay, thank you very much for taking a look at this with me today. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you have, please consider dropping a like on the video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.